Welcome to a beginner yoga class. My name is Holly, and the purpose of this class is to do some foundational poses that we do in our regular yoga classes. This is a nice practice for anyone who is new to yoga or anyone who wants to just practice some of the foundational things that we do in each class. We're going to start by laying on our back. So if you could please lay on your back with your knees bent, with your feet on the floor. Close your eyes and begin breathing in and out of your nose, connecting to your breath. Take a deep inhale and fill up through your belly. And release. Bring your hands onto your belly and do that again. Big inhale, fill up through the belly. And release. Deep inhale fills up the belly. And release, let it go. Resume your natural breath. Keep one hand on your belly and take one hand onto your rib cage. Big inhale, fill up the belly and the rib cage. And release. Inhaling, feel that expansion in the belly and the rib cage. And release. Big inhale, fill up belly, rib cage, and release. Take a few natural breaths. And slide that hand up into your heart center. This inhale fills you up through the belly, the rib cage, all the way through the chest. And then release. Inhale fills you up, filling up the belly, the rib cage, all the way through the chest. And then release, let it go. Last one. Biggest inhale, filling you up the belly, the rib cage, and through the chest. And let it go. Bring your arms by your sides. Allow your normal breath to resume. Feel the imprint of your back body into the mat. Let yourself relax just a little deeper, a little bit more for 2 more breaths. Extend your legs and take your arms overhead. Interlace through your fingers and press your hands away from you as your feet pull away in the opposite direction. Big inhale. And then exhale. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Wrap your hands around your shins. Take a little rock side to side. And then roll over to one side or the other. Pause here in your seat pose. And then press your hand down to the mat. Push yourself up, coming into tabletop pose. We're going to warm up our spine with cat and cow. Inhaling, gaze up, letting the belly drop down. Exhaling, rounding, scooping in, tuck your chin. Releasing, gaze up. And then round. Release, gaze up, heart leads forward. And then round. And come back to center. Look over one shoulder, look over the other shoulder, and then bring it back to center. Extend one arm and the opposite leg, reaching forward with the fingers, reaching back with the heel. Spinal extension, reach in opposite directions. Keep your hips level. Breathe. And then bring that hand down, but keep the leg lifted. Take the foot that's on the floor, turn it off to the side, and lift the other arm up, coming into a supported side plank. If you like, you could bend your knee, reach back, grab hold of the ankle or the foot or your pants or something. And then release, bring it down. Let's do the other side. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Reach back with the heel, with the foot flex. Reach forward with the fingertips. Try to keep the hips level, keeping the belly pressed in, reaching in opposite directions. Strong through the breath. Breathing in and out of our nose. Bring that hand down, take the toes off to the side, and then lift the other arm up, coming into your side plank, supported side plank. This is a good place to stay, or if you like, you could bend the knee and reach back, grab hold. And release, bring it back to the tabletop pose, and then take your hips to your heels. Let your hands slide forward, let your head rest down for child's pose. Big inhale. Soften on the exhale. Lift up through tabletop pose and come into downward facing dog. Move around in your downward dog, lifting and lowering the heels if that feels good to you. And then bending the knees right and left. So as you bend one knee, you press the opposite heel down to the floor. Coming back to center, push into your hands as your hips pull away. You can keep a little bend in your knees if you like. And then gaze to the top of the mat and walk your feet forward. Bring your hands onto your shins and lift halfway, finding length. And bring it back down. Pause here, leaning into the balls of the feet. Your hands could always be on a block. You're always welcome to use a block if you like. Slight bend in the knees. And then bend through the knees and roll up to stand, stacking your spine piece by piece, coming into a mountain pose. Root the feet towards the earth, lift the head towards the sky. We're going to do a half sun salutation. So inhale, reach your hands to the sky, gaze up. Exhaling, bow forward, hinging at the hips. Bring your hands to your shins, lift halfway, inhale, and fold back down. Press the feet to the floor, inhale, reach up to the sky, and bring your hands to the heart. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, bow forward with a long spine. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold down. Press the feet to the floor, reach to the sky. And hands to the heart. So here we're going to add on for a full sun salutation. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Lift halfway on your inhale. Bring your hands to the mat and step to a plank pose. You can keep your knees off of the mat or you can bring them down and then lower down to the floor. Lift up the head and the chest for cobra, and then come through table to downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Strong breath in and out of the nose. You're pushing into the floor and pulling away with the hips. Gaze up to the top of the mat. Walk your feet forward. Hands to shins, lift halfway. Fold back down. Press the feet to the floor, reach to the sky. Hands together at your heart. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach high. These are our sun salutations. Exhale, bow forward. Lifting halfway, find length. Step to your plank, knees on or off the mat. Lower down. Come to the fronts of the feet, lift up the heart, gaze up. Upward dog or cobra here. And then roll over the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Look up to the top, step or float the feet forward. Lifting halfway, find length, and fold back down. Reach to the sky, inhale, and exhale, bring the hands to your heart. All right, we're gonna go through some standing poses. So, bring one foot forward and one foot back. You want to keep your hips squared off to the top of your mat. The front leg is bent. Reach your arms up. Press the feet to the floor, squeeze in through the legs. This is Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Strong through the breath, strong through the legs, strong through the core. And then lift up. Bring your hands onto your hips, then bow forward with a long spine. Option to use a block here if you like. You can always take your hands onto a block, or you can bring them onto the floor. Pulling that front hip back, lengthen through the spine, inhaling and exhaling, fold down. Pyramid pose. Find the rhythm of your breath. If you'd like to use your block, you can. I'm going to use my block, keeping my hands on the block, and then my outside hand is going to open up, or my inside hand, I guess, open up. Triangle pose, Utthita Trikonasana, gazing up to that thumb, lifting all the way up through the middle finger. I'm going to press my feet into the floor, bend my front knee and take a big inhale, lift up, coming into Warrior 2. If you have to move your feet a little bit to find the pose that works for you, feel free, the position that works for you. And breathe. Turn your front palm to face up. Inhale, lift it up and reach it back. Exalted Warrior. And then we'll lift it back up. We're gonna turn forward and take a little step up with your back foot and then shift into your front foot. Your arms can be by your sides or they can reach out in front of you for Warrior 3. And then bring that back foot to the mat. So squaring your hips off to the front. Your hand that's the opposite of the foot that's in front lifts up. Inhale. And then exhale, bow forward. And this hand can come to the floor or a block. And then reach your other hand up, coming into a revolved triangle, Parivrtta Trikonasana. Breathe here. And then we'll bring that hand down. And we're gonna walk our hands to the middle of the mat and take our feet and point them straight forward. So now we're in a wide leg stance. You can have your hand on the floor or on a block. Inhale, find length in your spine. And exhale, fold down. Lean a little bit. Actually, let's keep a balance between the fronts and backs of the feet. Maybe lean a little forward, lean a little back, and then find the center. Letting your head come towards the earth. And then lift up halfway. Press your feet into the floor, slight bend in the knees, and lift all the way up. We're gonna turn now and face the other direction. So now this is the front of your mat. Bending that front knee, squaring the hips off. Reach your arms up. Find a position that works for you with your feet. Warrior one. Breathing in and out of the nose. Strong through the legs. Strong through the breath. Straighten through the legs. Bring your hands to your hips, inhaling. Exhaling, bow down. Hands can come to the floor or the block, whichever feels better for you. Pulling that front hip back a little bit. Find length in the spine. Bow over the leg a little bit more. Pyramid pose. We're going to take this in a triangle pose, so keeping your hand down, so the same hand as the leg that's in front. I like to use a block here. You can use a block if you like. And then we're going to open up and lift up this arm to the sky. So if you don't have a block, you can use a book or something. You could always have your hand on your leg as well. So whichever feels better to you. Triangle pose, Utthita Trikonasana. Breathe. And then bend that front knee, press your feet to the floor. Inhale, lift up, warrior two. Strong through the breath. And you can always move your feet to where they need to be. Press the feet to the floor, squeeze in through the legs. Stay engaged, stay strong. Turn that front palm to face up, lift it up and reach it back. Breathe into the space on the side body. Exalted warrior. Inhale and lift up, straighten through that leg, turn forward. Take a little step up and then lean forward. Hands can reach forward here or back, lifting up that back leg, leveling off the hips. Warrior three, Virabhadrasana 3. And then bring that foot back down. So the opposite hand of the foot that's in front reaches up, inhale. Exhaling, bow forward. If you like, you can use a block. Bring that hand down and then turn open. Reach up the opposite arm. Revolved triangle, Parivrtta Trikonasana. that hand down. We're gonna walk our hands back to center. Press your feet to the floor, bend the knees, lift up. Take your hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, bow forward, raise your arms off of your back. Keep a slight bend in the knees so as not to lock the knees. Allow some weight in the balls of the feet. Press the feet to the floor, slight bend in the knees. Inhale and lift up. Release the hands, give yourself a hug, tuck your chin. Release the arms, inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Keep the spine long as you bow forward. Then your hands could land on your legs, anywhere, or maybe they grab your big toes with 2 fingers and thumb. Lengthen your spine on your inhale. Bow down on your exhale, pointing your elbows out to the sides. Lean into the balls of the feet. Keep a tiny bend in the knees. Prasarita, that's what this one's called. Wide leg forward fold. And then we release, bend through the knees, lift up to stand. And then we'll come back to the front of our mat. I'm gonna face you. We're gonna come into our tree pose. So lift up your right foot onto the heel and spread the toes and then shift into that right foot. Turning out the left foot, and your foot could be low. Your toes could even touch the floor, or it can be high. It's wherever you want it to be. Bring your hands together, stand super tall, press those hands together, lift all the way through the crown of the head. And then when you feel ready, if you like, you can raise your arms up. It helps to find something to look at, to stare at, and keep your gaze there. And then bring the hands together, bring them down, turn the knee forward, and step it down. Let's try the other side. Come onto the left heel, spread the toes, plant the foot down. Turning out the right knee. Find a place that works for you, wherever you like. And you might find that it's different on one side than the other. That's okay. Hands together, press, lift through the heart. And when you feel ready, raise your arms up. And you could have your tree like this. You could have your hands together. You can have it however you like. And breathe. Find something to look at. Keep your eyes fixed there. And bring the knee forward. Bring it down. Bring the hands down. Mountain pose. It's always good to take a deep breath and clear that away and start something new. Stepping to, if you're not there, the top of your mat. Reach high on your inhale. Bow forward. Lift halfway. Bring your hands down. Step to a plank. We're going to hold this plank. You can have your knees on the ground or off the ground. Big inhale. Exhale. Exhale again. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale again. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale again. Lower down to the floor any way you like. All right, so here we're going to do some back body work. First, we're just going to lift up through our upper body. So keep your feet on the ground. We lift up and then back down. Lift up and back down. This time lift up and hold it up and still breathe.
and bring it down. Now we're just gonna lift up our legs. Legs lift up and bring them down. Lift them up. Use the strength of the back legs and the glutes, bring them down. Lift them up, bring them down, and this time hold those legs up. Hold, hold, hold. Keep breathing, keep holding, maybe lift a little higher, and bring them down. Full body here, lifting up lower body and upper body. Remember to engage all through the back body, all of the muscles through the back body, from your neck, your head, neck, all the way down through your feet. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lift up, full body. And back down. Well, let's lift up this one and hold it. Lift up a little higher, maybe through the legs, maybe through the chest, wherever you need to. And bring it down. Let's press into a child's pose. Let the tailbone lead back as the hands lead forward. And then lift up from here. Have a seat. Bring your legs out in front of you. Reach up on your inhale. Exhale, bow forward. Find length on your inhale. And then fold down. Wherever your hands land is fine. They can be anywhere on your legs, on the floor, on your feet, on your toes, whatever you want. Big inhale. Go a little lower on your exhale. This is called Paschimottanasana. It's a forward fold, a seated forward fold. And we'll lift up here, bending one knee in. Reach up, inhaling, exhaling, bow forward. Find length on your inhale, going down on your exhale. Let that bent knee be soft. Let that leg be soft. Let it go. This is called Janu Sirsasana, head to knee pose. You don't really touch your head to your knee, just look towards your knee. See if you can get a little softer. And lift back up. So same arm as bent leg goes behind you. Lift up your hips. Using that knee as a kickstand. Open up. And bring it back down. And we'll switch sides. So extend that leg, bring the opposite leg in. Reach up on your inhale. Bow forward on your exhale. Find length on the inhale. Bring it down on the exhale. Let that bent knee, let that leg be soft. Let it go. Lengthen your spine as you inhale. Go down a little further as you exhale. Janu Sirsasana, head to knee pose. And your inhale lifts you up. Same arm as bent leg goes behind you. Lift up the hips using that knee as a kickstand. Open up here. Stretching out in the opposite direction. And bring it back down. We're going to move into a twist. I'm going to move a little bit sideways so you can see me. Cross one foot over. And take the opposite arm and cross it over that leg. Sit tall and then look over your shoulder behind you. Good, big inhale. As you exhale, squeeze through your core and twist a little bit deeper, just a tiny bit. And then release, and we'll do it the other way. So switch sides. Bring your opposite arm over. Inhale, tall through the spine. And exhale, gaze over your back shoulder. Breathe.
bend the knees. Sit up tall, bring your hands on the sides of your legs, and then leaning back, lift up your feet. You can keep your hands here if you like, or you can release them, boat pose, Navasana. Cross at the ankles, hug through your knees, tap your toes to the floor, take a little lift. And then we'll do boat pose again, so you could keep your hands here, here, or maybe try out to the side. Cross at the ankles, hug the knees, take a little lift. And then let's try boat pose again. So any of those hand positions, or maybe straighten your legs, maybe reach your arms up. Strong through the breath. And cross at the ankles, hug through the knees, tap your toes to the floor, take a little lift. Beautiful. All right, bring the soles of the feet together. And bring your hands onto your feet, inhaling. Exhaling, bow forwards. This is called Baddha Konasana, bound ankle pose. We also call it butterfly pose. And lift back up. Bring the knees together. Hold on to the sides of your legs and slowly lower down. So scoop out the belly and then piece by piece, slowly lower down to the mat. And step your feet close to your hips. We're gonna come into a supported bridge. Lift the hips up. Roll your shoulders underneath of you. Bring your hands together on the mat. Breathing in and out of the nose. Squeeze through the glutes to lift the hips a little higher. Feel the thighs working as well. And then release the hands, lower the hips back down. Hug the knees into the chest and rock a little bit side to side. Extend the legs up towards the sky as if they're resting against an invisible wall. And this is a really nice restorative posture. And this is a good place to stay. If you like, you could come into shoulder stand, lifting the hips off the ground, taking your feet towards the sky, feet flex, heels lead up. This is also a good place to stay, or if you like, you could let the feet drop back behind the head slowly for plow pose. Make sure you don't have anything behind you. You could also bend through the knees. And when you're ready, come down, hug your knees to your chest, maybe lift your head towards your knees. Make yourself into a little ball. Breathe. And then release again. Let's take the soles of the feet together and the knees out to the sides. Bring one hand onto your belly and one hand onto your heart. Inhale, feel your belly rise. Feel your heart rise. Exhale, feel belly fall, heart fall. Inhale, belly rises, heart rises. Exhale, belly falls, heart falls. Inhale, belly rises, heart rises. Exhale, belly falls, heart falls. And as you're ready, make your way into our final pose, which is Shavasana. You can lay all the way down, take as much space as you need, and come into a comfortable position. You could always have your knees bent, you could always lay on your side or even your belly. So it's up to you, whatever feels best. Take a long inhale through your nose and press it all out through your mouth. Do that again, long inhale through the nose. Press it out through the mouth. Longest inhale through the nose. Press it out through the mouth. And stay here in your Shavasana for as long as you like. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. Thank you all for practicing today. Have an amazing day.